This year we're going to be making the mech look a little less primitive. And what better way to improve the mech than to give it the peak of evolution, hands! You can also build yourself a set of hands with a link down in the description below, so let's get to assembling them. There's going to be quite a few parts you need to print since our hand will have 4 fingers, but each finger is assembled in the same way, so I'll just show you how to assemble one. I'm using mostly 1/4 inch diameter machine screws that are 3/4 of an inch long, with a 1 inch machine screw and a 1.5 inch bolt for some of the longer connections. Some of the holes in the parts may appear to be a little too small, but that is because you're supposed to force the machine screw in there to self-tap a thread into the print. Make sure you don't over-tighten the machine screws, as the knuckles should be able to rotate freely. With a finger assembled, you can see that the linkages transfer any applied motion throughout the entire system. Which is good news because the servo to move the finger is going to be positioned at the base. This fiddly bit is where we attach a servo horn to the 3D print so the servo can actually move it. We'll insert the servo and jiggle it around until we feel it click into the servo horn, then tighten up the mounting screw. Now when we move the finger, we can hear the whir of the servo. To assemble the palm, we're going to need 6 different panels, and each of them are slightly different, aka mirrored. There's no real difference in between building a right and left hand, other than where you plan to mount the thumb. Now don't worry, even I got a little confused about how to mount the palm panel, so don't feel bad if you can't figure it out the first time either. There is a single way to mount them properly, and can be figured out with a little experimenting. And with the last thumb screw, the hand is complete and ready to be tested using a standard servo testing board. How rude. Of course, as I mentioned before, making the opposite hand is as easy as making the first, except the position of the thumb. So if you want to build your own, you can find the STL files down in the description below. And remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Take care.